Speaking of money, time now for our Ask the Expert segment. Americans spend close to $100 a day. You ever wonder where that's all going?
The question is asked a lot. Tony Drake with wealthwisconsin.com joins us live with some common spending habits that may seem like a good idea, but are actually costing you big time. So, on average, how much do Americans really spend every day?
It's really about 90 bucks. I mean,
Wow.
It's hard to imagine. Budgets are getting tighter, everything's getting more expensive, but when you look at all the little stuff, what we charge, what we spend, it really adds up, and that doesn't include the big purchases. That's just all the small everyday things.
So where's our money going? I know I can name a couple. The coffee.
Right,
you're getting the coffee.
right.
Maybe you're grabbing lunch. You go into Target. You buy all kinds of stuff you don't need.
Exactly. A lot of it's the lattes, the extra stuff you don't need, the appetizers, the things you grab as you're checking out, all those impulse buys. But $90 adds up quick.
Yeah.
I sometimes try to think of days where I can actually not spend any money. I don't know if that actually really happens because it's like, oh, the gas tank is empty. Obviously, you got to fill it up. So, what are some ways that we can go about, to try to save and get an idea on how much we're spending a day?
I think as those budgets get tighter, there's a lot of great things we can do. One of them is the retail credit cards. We've all been in that checkout line. You get the bubbly clerk that says, "Hey, we're going to save you, this percentage if you buy our credit card right now." And unfortunately, about half of Americans never pay off their credit card debt. On average, those credit cards have 23% interest. You're going to blow away the savings in the interest payments over time, so it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Some of the others we look at are the shipping offers.
Oh, yeah.
Do we really need the items in 1 or 2 days? The Amazon Prime memberships have gotten real expensive. They've just gone up to about 99 bucks. A lot of people end up feeling like I need to buy more from Amazon now to get the value out of my membership, so they feel forced into doing that a little bit. We're entering the holiday season. Gift cards are a big one, right? You guys won't believe this number. $1 billion in gift cards a year end up never getting used.
I was
and
surprised.
Right
so
to
you
the
spend
retailers.
50 bucks,
Right.
you give it to a friend, they never use it.
You just gave it to the
there's
retailer.
your 50 bucks.
Just gave it to the retailer.
Yeah.
I
am, with all these sales that you see, you can save 30, 40, 50%. I think the joke used to be, we're saving so much, we're going broke.
That's right.
Because you just
right.
want to spend on the great deals. What are some ways, though, that we can try to save, especially as we're approaching now the holiday season?
I think it's really about figuring out what do I need. Groupon, Living Social, those are companies that have gotten real popular. Again, about 30% of Groupons are never used. So I think it's about focusing in on, you can get some great deals on those deal-a-day websites, but make sure it's something you're going to actually utilize, And when we start to save some of that money, we have to think about our budget, paying off those high credit card interest rates, building up your cash reserves. We have a great budget worksheet at our website, wealthwisconsin.com, but we really recommend people have about 3 to 6 months of living expenses and cash reserves.
Is it better to walk around with cash or no cash? Do
that's
you spend less if
yeah.
you see the cash coming out of your wallet, or?
I think that's a big debate. It seems that most people operate better on cash. If you're tight on budget, some people call it the envelope system. If you budget yourself to a certain amount of cash, when it's gone, it's gone. It's pretty simple to do that. When you continue to charge over and over, it's hard to keep track.
Tony, you have my back on this one. How about keeping the house at 60 versus 64, 68 degrees in the wintertime?
I don't know where your wife falls on that issue. I might get myself in trouble there, but that's certainly one way to save.
She just wears her snowsuit around the house.
That's right.
And he's good with whatever you do as long as he's not coming for dinner.
That's right.
You can't eat in gloves, Charles.
I'll never find any friends on that topic. All right, got a question for our experts. Email them at asktheexpert@todaystmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. The number is 967-5253. Tony, we appreciate your insight.
Thank you.